Move over, Team Rocket! According to some disgruntled gamers, there might be a new batch of Pokemon thieves in our midst. The catch? They might just be ripping Pikachu and company off using AI and collecting unsuspecting players' sweet cashola.
Why are you so money hungry?
Palworld has proven to be more controversial in its first few days of release than most gamers might have predicted. The Pokemon with Guns survival game has already become a smash sensation in early access, selling 4 million copies in 3 days and climbing the Steam charts in rapid order. Even industry veterans like Game Awards head honcho Jeff Keighley have been blown away by the immediate power of Palworld, noting that it racked up nearly 1 million concurrent players at one point in its debut weekend. However, despite the game's solid reviews and a fanbase that is already beginning to solidify itself, not all gamers are welcoming Palworld with open arms. In fact, some folks are straight up peeved.
Now just relax.
If you'll excuse me, I need to vent.
Go right ahead.
A large section of the gaming community is actually quite suspicious of Pocket Pair's new hit game, calling it an outright Pokemon clone. Accusations of stolen assets and AI artwork have been making the rounds on social media over the weekend, raising a great number of questions about the origins of Palworld and its place in the future of video games. One of the biggest red flags for gamers at this point is the fact that Palworld bears more than a passing resemblance to Pokemon. This isn't exactly unheard of, as plenty of Pokemon-likes have flourished over the years, including last year's Cassette Beasts and the Digimon franchise. However, many gaming fans have resorted to showing side-by-side comparisons of various Pals and Pokemon to show just how close the designs are to one another. Some of these have been written off by defenders as coincidental, while others have been deemed too close for comfort. These similarities seem to extend to the proportions of the characters as well. As one anonymous character designer told VGC, you cannot in any way accidentally get the same proportions on multiple models from another game without ripping the models, or at the very least tracing them meticulously first. I would stand in court to testify as an expert on this. All of this would seem to pave the way for a lawsuit against Pocket Pair. However, according to the developer's boss, Pocket Pair is fully in the clear. In addition to the design similarities between Pokemon and Palworld, tweets from Pocket Pair CEO Takuro Mizobe have also convinced many fans that something shady is going on at Pocket Pair. Back in 2021, the CEO made a number of comments on X, formerly Twitter, expressing how impressed he was by various advancements in AI software. Specifically, he reposted several fake Pokemon created with an AI generator and remarked, "The AI has evolved so much that I can no longer tell which one is a Pokemon." This, combined with other social media posts in which he expresses his excitement for, quote, true AI-powered games on GPT-4 in the future, have led some to believe that Palworld was developed in a similar fashion. The fact that one of the company's previous games was literally called AI Art Imposter isn't exactly helping matters. In a statement published to X and translated via Google Translate, Mizobe has asked that people stop spreading these kinds of theories and making hateful comments toward Pocket Pair staff. The statement reads, "Currently, we are receiving slanderous comments against our artists, and we are seeing tweets that appear to be death threats. All productions related to Palworld are supervised by multiple people, including myself, and I am responsible for the production. I would appreciate it if you would refrain from slandering the artists involved in Palworld." Additionally, in a conversation with Automaton, Mizobe explained that the game was deemed safe for release following a legal review, and that Pocket Pair, quote, has absolutely no intention of infringing upon the intellectual property of other companies. Not everyone is buying into the idea that Pocket Pair is using AI-generated art or stolen assets to create Palworld. Forbes' Paul Tassi has cautioned people against sharing these accusations without any concrete evidence. He wrote, "You can't just be out here saying something is an AI product with just insinuations and no actual proof, no matter how you feel about it. This is just being taken as fact and blasted all over here. I get people are paranoid, but this is wholly unhelpful." The Washington Post's Gene Park expressed similar sentiments, noting that, quote, "It's frankly shocking to see so many people just run with the accusations. Others feel like gamers have a dire misunderstanding of what Pocket Pair wants to accomplish with Palworld." Gaming journalist Dominic Terrason and video game developer Dinga Bakaba have argued that Palworld is more of a parody than a ripoff, with Terrason posting, Some of you need to know what plagiarism is. The discourse surrounding Palworld is unlikely to die down anytime soon, especially considering its current level of popularity and the strong feelings expressed by both sides of the debate.